Hi guys. Sorry about that. I've been having coughing fits for like the last 3 weeks, and it's really getting on again in my utterly last nerve. I'm just like, oh god. Sometimes I feel like I'm hacking up a lung or something. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about something that happened to me today. That it started off with one thing, and then when I got the email, it was like something entirely different. So I was supposed to have Thursday, Friday, and Sunday off. Well, I have Friday and Sunday off, but I don't have Thursday off anymore because people decided that, well, I got hired. I don't actually have to come to work. Please tell me how that's even possible. Please. So, anyways, my manager was like saying to me, well, you're only working 11 to 3. I was like, okay, fine. I'm fine with that. I'll leave. Because I'm going down to Virginia with my brother, and we're going to spend a couple days with his grandmother, and then we spend the rest of the time with Perry. And I'm kind of nervous about, like, meeting her because I just heard her voice on the phone. I have no idea what kind of person she is, even though my brother worships the very ground she walks on. Yeah, yes, they're close. So, one of the things that I'm definitely not going to do this trip is I'm not going to bring my travel altar with me. I'm just going to have like my prayer beads and my little owl thing, things that won't look so like conspicuous. Um, so I'm definitely like going to be doing that, and definitely I'm not going to let her see me like give offerings or anything like that, and everything. So that's what I'm like going to do. Um, so so that's not the topic of the video. So I got an email from I got an email from him saying, yeah, you're working 11 to 4 instead of 11 to 3. And I looked at that and I was like, what the beep, beep, beep. This guy told me one thing and he turned around and he put something else down. And I'm like, okay. I got real upset about this because my plan was I was going to leave at 3 o'clock, go and get a new gym bag because I'm putting my clothes in, and then I'm going to go over to Walmart and pick up things like my Dramamine for my motion sickness. I got to get stuff for migraines. I got to get Steven's allergy stuff, and I also have to purchase some more clothing items and things like that. And I sit there and I'm like, really? You told me one thing and I was okay with it, but then you turn around and you decided to not put that down as is. So I sit there and I'm like, I want to kill this guy. This guy is worthy of it. Ugh. But then I stopped and I thought, and I said to myself, getting upset and angry that something did not happen the way you were told is not going to change the fact that it's not going to happen the way that you were told. Now, in all honesty, if he had done this in October, I would have had some major issues because it gets dark early, and I'm not a fan of that. I want to get all my stuff done while the sun is still up and all this. So, I am learning, and I'm hoping the gods will continue to help me with this. I am learning to accept things as they are, because anyways, I'm thinking back in my mind is, you really do need that money for that trip. Especially with the fact is that I did a payment arrangement and all that jazz. So yes, I'm going to need the extra money. So an hour of more money is going to be good for me, and I'll be able to do what I'm supposed to do. On that note, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is going to happen in 2026. Now, my brother thought it'd be a really neat idea to have a savings account that he had no access to, except for walking into the brick mortar. So we have to save a little bit over $7,000 for the trip. We're going on the Norwegian Cruise Line, something of the sea, it's something of the sea. I don't remember the name of it. It's like a little bit over $2,000 for the cabin, and then of course you have like stuff like you can get with package and all that stuff. So we're going up to Alaska, and it kind of is amazing because I was actually looking at their reviews for it, and because I want to know what I'm getting into before I step on board this floating city, and this guy commented, he did a review of his stay on Something of a Sea for Norwegian Cruise. This guy was funny as heck. So he liked his cabin. He liked the trip. He just didn't like one thing about it, and it wasn't what you think. He actually got upset that they decreased the amount of food he could possibly eat in 10 nights. I'm thinking, really? That's an actual complaint? Is this an actual complaint? I don't know. Is this an actual complaint? Why are you upset that you can't shovel down 100 pizzas or whatever you were hoping they still had? Come on, guys. That is not an actual complaint. Come on. Not be able to go to the bathroom, or somebody dying and they stuff his body in the cooler. That is an actual complaint. But not be able to eat as much food as you did before COVID? Seriously, sir, you need your priorities right. But it was a laugh. It was a laugh. But before I go on board, I will be praying to Poseidon, or petitioning to Poseidon, to protect me and everybody on board, because we all know we're entering his domain when we go on board a ship. And this is going to be my first cruise. I've never been on a cruise in my entire life. And I'm sorry, I see other people's videos of successful cruises, not the horror stories that we see on ABC News. And I want to be a part of that experience. I want to go to Alaska. My mother wanted to go when she had been alive and never got a chance to go, so we're going for her. So, she's going to be with us in spirit, and everything. And it's going to be exciting, and I'm going to be taking plenty of video, so y'all will be able to see what I see. They have the otters. They look so cute. But this is, I believe it's called the Alaskan Iceberg, or Ice Park, or something like that, or National Park. But it's got these, like the mountains are beautiful. It's like, I want to see that. I want to say I've been someplace other than where I'm going. But it's going to be a lot of fun and everything. My brother's hyped about it, especially when I told him that there was good reviews for the ship. He even agreed with me that the guy complained about the amount of food he could actually push into his gut is not an actual complaint. At least I would too. I would. And what I'm really hoping, because I saw the woman who did the video about her Alaskan cruise, she had one, and I'm hoping it's in my quarters when I get there. That little Norwegian Cruise Line's cat. It's a stuffed cat with a captain's hat on, and I want one. I want one. But I asked my boss, yeah, that guy, when we go to Canada, there's a law called Lee's Law, where if a ship is flying a flag that's not Canadian, they have to stop in Canada. That's the same thing if you were, anywhere else. And he said he wants a hat from Canada. I'm buying myself some Canadian, some real Canadian syrup, maple syrup. So, yeah. I am super excited about it and everything. But yeah, it's gonna be really great, and I'm just gonna have a lot of fun. My brother's gonna have a lot of fun, especially the 33 restaurants that they've got. But he said he's going to give himself a suit. So, and I'm going to give myself a nice dress, and we're going to go to one of the restaurants that you have to have formal attire to go into. We're going to, but no, I am not wearing heels. I don't know if I have inherited my mother's bad ankles, but I do not want to wear heels. I'll wear pumps because my mother, she would always like twist your ankle wearing high heels. So I don't know if I inherited that, and I don't want to find out firsthand in front of like 100 people. I'm sorry, that is not. So everyone, if you wish to comment and wish me well on my cruise to Alaska, please, I would definitely appreciate it. At the end of this year, we're going to find out how much we've saved up. And then I'm going to subtract it and be like, okay, that's how much money we have left to save up. I am going to be purchasing my passport over the summer. I will be, however, before I can do that, I got to go and get my real ID, and I also have to get my my birth certificate from Massachusetts, even though I was born in Chicago. And I'll explain that. Massachusetts is where I legally changed my name. So I have to go to them. And then I found out something I did not know, though I should have realized this. I still have to get hold of the Chicago Department of Vital Statistics and tell them I changed my name. Just, yeah. It's like, I'm also going to copy the judge's order so that, just in case they ask for it, be like, yeah, here it is. But yeah. So we're going to get our passports and all that jazz. And yeah, I'm pretty super excited about it. So if you want to wish me well on my trip, please do. As I said, I will be uploading videos on this channel with my cruise. But I was told that you gotta be really careful about that. But if I'm already on the cruise ship, I don't think that will be a problem because I've already took advantage of my reservation. So I'll see you guys around, and I'm heading off to bed. Bye.